I don't know what to post. I'll start posting tomorrow. I have nothing to say today. I'm too busy today. Shoot, no post today. Sound familiar? The number one reason you are inconsistent with your content is lack of content ideas, in addition to time and energy. And don't worry, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to find content ideas that your dream audience will absolutely love. I'm talking falling head over heels with your content, like Ross fell for Rachel. I'm not just going to give you ways to find content ideas. We are going deeper than that because there's really no point in figuring out what kind of content to create if you're not sure of who you're creating for in the first place. So before we dive into the actionable tips, the oh so juicy tips for how you can find the best content ideas, we need to gain clarity. You need to gain clarity on who you are creating for. So who is your dream audience? What is a common problem or challenge that she is dealing with? What is a result that she'd like to achieve? And what does her dream life look like? So what we're doing right now is we're figuring out your dream audience's psychographics, not her age, not her location, not her language, aka her demographics. What matters is you getting to know your audience so well by getting to know her psychographics. What's going through her mind? What is she searching for on Google, on Pinterest, on YouTube? Like that is the kind of stuff that matters. What's she into? What kind of content is she already seeking out? Because that is your content strategy right there. Your content should be the answer to what your audience is already searching for. As a content creator, you are in the business of solving problems for people. Think about why you follow the specific people that you follow, or watch the YouTube videos that you decide to click on, or listen to the podcast episodes that you choose to listen to. It's because you're learning something. You're feeling inspired. That's your keyword right there. Feeling, emotion. The goal of your content is for your audience to feel differently than they did before consuming it. It's all about feelings. Mushy feelings. Cozy. This is something that I could honestly go on and on about. This is my jam and what I love to teach you, and it's what I teach inside my signature program, Her Quiet Influence. I'll leave a little linksy thingy in the description if you really want to take this work deeper and learn how to create content and build an audience the introvert friendly way. To sum this little old intro up, you pretty much need to get to know your audience better than they know themselves. Really get into their heads, their shoes. What are they thinking? How are they feeling? And more importantly, how do they want to feel? To show you an example, because we love us some examples, don't we? My dream audience, what they are looking for, their dream. They want to gain confidence to create content online, and they want to leave their 9-to-5s and become full-time content creators. That is my audience's number one goal. And knowing this, we want to break this down further into steps. So I want you to think about your specific niche and your business as this relates to you, and think about, what are the steps that they need to take in order to get from where they are, and also think about how they're feeling right now to where they want to be, to that number one goal. So your first exercise, homework, assignment, that's the word, is to really figure out what your audience's number one goal is, like the big overarching goal. Now, these steps that they need to take in order to achieve that number one goal, they become your content pillars, and they're going to give you lots of content ideas. I mean, the inspo is just gonna fly all over the place once you get clear on this, I swear. So for me, to be able to become a full-time content creator, my audience, well, they obviously need to learn how to create content. And I can break this pillar down into YouTube, blogging, podcasting, email marketing, social media, Instagram, TikTok. That's not really my jam, but Instagram. And I could have another content pillar all about mindset for creators and introverts. And I could break that down into habits, productivity, time management for creators, confidence tips, motivational content, inspirational content. You see where I'm going with this? This is fun. Gaining this clarity.
We're having fun.
I really recommend that you do this for yourself. Create a little mind map where you have the main goal of your audience in the middle, and then start to brainstorm all the different steps that they need to take in order to get to that sweet spot in the middle. So what you want to ask yourself when you're brainstorming brainstorming the steps and your content pillars, you really want to think about what your audience is Googling. So when it comes to, for example, the pillar podcasting, what is my audience Googling? Maybe they're Googling reasons to start a podcast 2023, how to start a podcast, how to choose the best podcast host. You really want to start to think about what are the exact words that she is using when she's on the interwebs, trying to find all the juice, the info. So start to think about that for yourself and your own niche and business. So you want to essentially foresee or predict what your audience is going to be searching for on YouTube, Pinterest, and Google, and then create content about that. Now, my lovely friend, on to the tips. And honestly, these are my favorite ways to find new content ideas, and I want to share them with you. You can apply these tips to any platform that you want to create content on: social media, blogging, podcasting, even email marketing, and even Instagram stories. Yep, that's right. Got your dream person in the back of your mind? Great. Keep her there. And let's dive in to the tips of how you can find endless content ideas. I have one word for you. Our first stop is going to be Pinterest. And I know. Why does it sound like I'm singing? I know that you probably predicted this from me because I am obsessed with Pinterest. That's actually how I was able to drive 1 million page views to my blog in the first year of my blog existing on the interwebs. So I'm very thankful to Pinterest. I love it. And I love it even more for coming up with content ideas. Basically, there are two ways that I use Pinterest to come up with content ideas. Number one is doing my keyword research. I search for my content pillars on Pinterest, for example, blogging. Now, when you search for a specific term on Pinterest, Pinterest is going to give you ideas based on what other people are searching for on Pinterest already. So this gives you an idea of what people are into and what you could potentially rank for in search results. So let's say that I'm searching for blogging. I want to create a piece of content all about blogging. I'll see what comes up here. I'll skim through the content that already exists to get my creative juices flowing. I'll even check out some of the content that's showing up in search. You want to search for keywords in your niche, and you really want to pay attention to the content that Pinterest is feeding you. Remember, we want to create content that people are already searching for. When you do this exercise, Pinterest will let you know what other people are searching for. So there you go. The other way that I like to use Pinterest for coming up with content ideas is to actually create boards for my different content pillars. So I'll have one for blogging, podcasting, YouTubing, Instagram, social media, mindset. And when I start to add to these boards, if you scroll down, Pinterest will actually give you some ideas for things that would be suitable for this board. Again, giving you tons of ideas for relevant topics for that board. I'm actually going to give you one last piece of advice when it comes to coming up with ideas on Pinterest, and that is to search for quotes and your niche. So let's say that you are in my niche. You're really stuck. You don't know what to create content on. Type in online business or content creator quotes or entrepreneur plus quotes, and let these quotes spark ideas for you. I do this a lot when it comes to Instagram stories. What I'll do when I'm really stuck and I don't know what to say, but I really want to talk to you, I'll do this exercise. I'll find a good quote that really inspired me, and I'll talk about that on my Instagram stories. I won't just say the quote. I'll share some context. I'll share a story that relates to the quote to hopefully inspire you. This is such a game changer for me, and it's actually something that I haven't been doing for a very long time, but there you go. The secret's out. Now get your creative juices flowing. Search for some quotes. All right, so the second way I find content ideas is actually here on YouTube. YouTube is, like Pinterest and Google, also a search engine, and it is also owned by Google. Because I create mainly on YouTube nowadays, I really want to make sure that I'm creating content that people are searching for on YouTube. So when it comes to your specific niche, what are people creating YouTube videos about? Do the same exercise as we did with Pinterest, type in a keyword in your niche and see what comes up. Really pay attention to your niche buddies, aka your competitors. What are they creating content about? Pay attention to the thumbnail, the title of the video, even watch a few videos to get inspired, and what's recommended to you on your home page and in your suggested videos. And let this spark some ideas for you. Just because someone's created a video about a certain topic doesn't mean that you can't. Remember, you're always putting your own spin on it anyways. All right, the third way that I like to find content ideas is Instagram. I like to scroll through Reels. I also like to pay attention to what's going on the Explore page. This is gonna give you an idea of what the algorithm is currently loving and prioritizing. So let's say that I find a reel that really inspired me. I can take that idea and I can put my own spin on it, and I can actually create a podcast episode all about it. Or if I find a carousel post, I can create my own version of that and turn it into a YouTube video. So I like to use Instagram as well. And what you can do is actually nowadays, you can search for things on Instagram and see what comes up. You can do this with TikTok as well. This brings me to my next tip, which is comment sections, baby. I'm talking YouTube, Facebook groups, Instagram posts, forums online, even, asking your audience directly. If you don't have an audience yet, what I want you to do is check out your niche buddies, your competitors, and have a look through their comment sections. Pay attention to what people are asking. Maybe they're giving them some ideas for their next piece of content. Really stalk the heck out of comment sections. This, I swear, this is like a gold mine of content ideas. If people are asking these kinds of questions under YouTube videos, on Instagram, or in Facebook groups, they're also probably Googling it. SEO, baby. I need to stop saying baby. It's really not something I say in real life. Alrighty, we have come to the last tip. You know what it is? It's repurposing your own content. Channel your inner DJ right now and remix the heck out of your own content. There is no need to always, all day, every single week, reinvent the content wheel. Here's a fun story. When I first started this channel, I would just read aloud my blog posts. I would tweak them a little bit to make them more fit for video, but I didn't have to go through the work of writing out an entire script. And here's why repurposing is amazing. It's gonna save you time, it's gonna save you energy. I also want you to remember that people consume content differently. The peeps who read your blog are not necessarily consuming all of your reels, all of your carousels on Instagram. The peeps who open your emails might not even have an Instagram account. Even the people who are, binge watching reels probably won't recognize a repurposed reel for a carousel. Is this making sense? I hope so. You can even go as far as repurposing your Instagram content to other forms of Instagram content, playing with different formats. So what I mean is turning a reel into a carousel and vice versa, or turning an Instagram story into a reel. Just make sure that you save that Instagram story so you can create a reel out of it. Once you start repurposing your own content, you're gonna find yourself perhaps even a little bit overwhelmed with all of the ideas and content that you're gonna have ready to publish. Maybe overwhelmed isn't the right word here.
I know you can be overwhelmed and you can be underwhelmed, but can you ever just be whelmed?
But you're pretty much going to find it really, really hard not to stay consistent, because now look at all this content that you have. My best tip when it comes to repurposing your own content ideas is to get yourself seriously organized to avoid this overwhelm by creating a content calendar and unique workflows and boards for each content platform that you are creating on. I personally love ClickUp, and that's what I use. So let me know if you want me to create a video where I kind of take you behind the scenes of how I do all of this, create content, plan my content. Let me know in the comments below. But there you have it. My 5 favorite ways to find endless content ideas for social media. Now off you go, get creating, get posting, and also get yourself organized. Give this little video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and don't forget to subscribe and join the YouTube family. I publish new videos every single Wednesday where I share tips and tricks of how you can start your own content creator journey. I appreciate you so very much. Toodles and cozy vibes sent your way. This is your introvert BFF signing off. Peace out.